Hey guys, it's Jolene. How are you? I announced on my Fit with Joe wall and also in my blog that I was going to be changing things up for 2012 just a little bit. There's a couple of reasons why. I'll try and rattle them off right now very briefly, but they're in the blog. One of the things that I truly miss is blogging, actually, is writing. And I've been spending so much time on Facebook writing tiny little blurbs and sound bites that I'm really missing out on rounding out everything that I want to say. So I'm going back to writing and writing as regularly as I can. So that's one thing that's changing. The second thing that's changing is Fit with Joe originally started because I had become a Beachbody coach. Okay, that makes perfect sense. I was getting myself in shape. I wanted to encourage other people to get in shape. I wanted to connect with other Beachbody coaches. That's all going wonderfully, just absolutely wonderfully. But I realized that fitness, at least for me, is not only physical. There's emotional fitness, there's mental fitness, there's spiritual fitness. And it seems to me that I'm not giving you full service unless we kind of talk about all of those things. Because my physical goals that I've reached in the last year and a half are definitely connected to my relationship with God. So I don't know how I can separate those two. And then that made me think, well, then how can you separate it from emotions? Because when I exercise, my emotions are in a much better place. When I exercise, my clarity, my mental clarity is in a much better place. So I felt like on this wall, starting in 2012, we should start talking about total fitness, holistic fitness. And no, I'm no expert, and I've never communicated that as such. These are just things that I've started to figure out at, we started at the age of 40, right? So things that I've learned a little bit throughout my life, but mainly once I hit my 40s, it all kind of seemed to come together. The 40s have been my favorite decade to date, I have to say. So, Fit with Joe, what's going to be happening? I'm still going to talk about fitness. There's no way that I can ignore that. But I'm also going to start pulling in some total fitness things. The first thing that I started to share with you guys was my brain book. And I don't know if I can get this on camera. This is my, here, let's see if we can do it. I'm going to block myself. This is my brain book. Look at that. Okay, up here, yeah. Okay, that's my brain book. It's not a planner. It's not a to-do list. It's not a contact list. It's not something that I carry with me all day, like a to-do list on my phone or my calendar on my phone. It is basically the brains of the operation. It's categories. And in those categories, I file papers that I need to maybe check in on every day, papers that come home from school, things that come in the mail for George, things that I need to get done for myself that don't need to go into a file drawer that sits still. This thing needs to move with me around my house. If I'm working in the dining room, I bring the brain book. If I'm working up in my office, I can bring the brain book. So it has to be portable. So that was the first tool that I wanted to share with you guys. And it's not an expensive tool. You know, it's not even earth-shattering. It's not even like, wow, Jolene had this amazing idea and should market it. Not at all. It's a binder and some files, and it's the way that my head thinks. And so one of the reasons why when I was sharing it with you guys, that I didn't say these are the categories you want is because your brain is different than my brain. So you set it up in a way to categorize and organize those papers that come into your house, that get shuffled into a pile, that create clutter. And I don't know about you, but if I have clutter on my desk, I have clutter all over my body. Like, it just takes over. So as I was thinking about my brain book, that's when I got the aha about talking about things like this on Fit with Joe, along with physical goals. So I'm excited to go on this journey with you. I am always learning. I sit and listen to Chalene Johnson. I listen to Carol Anderson with Mom to Mom Ministries. I do a lot of reading. And so because I'm trying to learn and continue to learn, even though I'm in my 40s, I wanted to be able to share some of those things with you. And hopefully that will help you to organize a couple areas of your life. Maybe those things that you feel like, I can't even start the fitness thing yet because I can't even find such and such. I understand that. I get that. I would tell you just to start, but we'll get to that later. Anyway, so join me in 2012 as we start to talk about total fitness. It's not just about the physical. It's about your head. It's about your heart. It's about your soul. And we're going to be touching on all those things this year, and I'm totally excited, and thank you for joining me. See you guys. Bye.